the fifth wheel Night. Hello everyone, welcome to Brian Unboxed. In this video, we're gonna look at the fifth wheel Night electric bike. Here's a look at how the bike comes in when it's delivered. It's packaged well with a lot of foam protecting it. Assembly is required, but the user guide walks you through the process. Inside, it comes with a charger, the user guide, tools, pedals, and fender. So here's the bike fully assembled. The installation process was pretty straightforward. Basically, you have to install the handlebars, install the turn signals, install the front fender, install the front wheel, attach the kickstand, install the pedals, and then you also have a rear light. So you have to go ahead and bolt that on. Going over some specs, this has an aluminum alloy frame, 750 watt rear hub motor, 1500 watt peak power, 48 volt, 15.6 amp hour battery, 65 mile range with pedal assist, 28 mile per hour top speed, 20 by 4 inch fat tires, 3 pedal assist levels and twist throttle, Shimano 7-speed, LCD display, mechanical disc brakes, front and rear lights and fenders, front and rear suspensions. I walk through around the bike, you'll see that the front has a front light, front suspensions, front fender, 20 by 4 inch tires, and mechanical disc brakes. Towards the middle and the back, you have the battery keyhole, rear suspension, rear fenders, mechanical disc brakes, kickstand, and rear light. On the other side, you can see the 750 watt rear motor and 7-speed cassette. The handlebar area, you have the brake levers, control, LCD display, gear shifter, and twist throttle. So powering on the bike, basically there's a switch here by the battery, so you want to make sure that's in the on position. And then go ahead and go to the controls on the left hand side. There's a power button, so hold that down. And then you can see the display power up. Nice large LCD display. Pressing the plus button will increase the pedal assist, 1 through 3, and then pressing the minus will decrease it. You also have the average and max speed. By pressing the power button, you can cycle through that. And then on the left hand side here, you can see there's a switch for the light. So turning that on, you can see the front light and also the rear light. You also have turn signals, so you got your left and your right. So I'll turn on the left signal. You can see it flash here. And here's a view from the back. And you also have an electronic horn. Very loud. You can also access the P settings by pressing the plus and minus button for a few seconds, and you'll have access to modifying those. Holding down the minus button for a few seconds will activate the walk assist feature. Now I'll show some footage of the bike in use. I'll test it out on rough terrain, show the different pedal assist levels, throttle, test the brakes, see how it does uphill, downhill, and then give my thoughts. Now time for the rough terrain test. I'm going to take it down this trail. It's pretty bumpy and there's gravel on the side. The bike does have the fat tires. It has the front suspension along with the rear suspension. So let's see how it does. All right, here we go, rough terrain test. Okay, so far so good, handling the bumps pretty well. The seat is very soft, so it helps with the bumps. Onto the gravel here. I can see the suspension's going to work. Now onto the speed test. The bike does have 3 pedal assist levels and it also has a twist throttle. I'll start off with the pedal assist, see how fast each level goes, and after that we'll just do the twist throttle. All right, here we go, pedal assist 1. Okay, you can feel the pickup here. We're at about 10 miles an hour on pedal assist 1, moving to 2. You can hear the pickup there from the motor, picking up speed. We're at 20, and pedal assist 3. Little bit of an incline here. We're at 22 on pedal assist 3 so far. We hit 23. So hitting about 26 miles per hour on pedal assist 3. Okay, with the pedal assist we reached 26 miles per hour. Now I'm just going to use the twist throttle. All right, here we go. Speed test with the twist throttle. Has a nice gradual acceleration. The motor is pretty quiet. We're up to 20 miles per hour right now. 22. 25. 26, 28. So it looks like we're topping off at 28 miles per hour with the twist throttle. Now I'll test out the brakes. I'll take it to max speed, and once I come into view, I'll hit the brakes and you can use the parking lines as reference. Now onto the uphill test. I'm going to take it up this road. It has a nice gradual incline. Let's see if it loses speed or if it maintains the speed. We saw with the speed test we reached about 28 miles an hour with the twist throttle. So let's see how it does. All right, here we go. Uphill test. All right, we're picking up some speed here. We're at 19 right now. 22. All right, we're going to begin to climb at about 22 miles per hour. Losing some speed here. We're down to about 20, but maintaining. Down to 19. Still powering through. Back to 20. A little bit of a downhill here. I'm going to let it glide into the turn. Okay, so with the uphill test, we began to climb at 22 miles per hour and just lost a little bit of speed down to about 19, but it powered through with no problems. Now let's see how it does in the downhill test and how it handles. And as always, I'll probably have to slow it down as I approach that midpoint area. All right, here we go, downhill test. All right, we're at 22 miles per hour. Just gonna let it glide into this turn, slowing it down a bit. So far, it's handling very well. There's no rattles, no vibrations. The steering is steady and very responsive here. Back to 22, 23, 28. So we're topping off at 28 right now. Here are my thoughts on the bike. The assembly process was straightforward and I didn't run into any issues. The paint is a matte black finish and the frame has a retro moped design. The brown accenting with the seat, tires and handlebar grips make it stand out. There were no imperfections during the shipping process. I like that it comes with the lights, turn signals and fenders. The bike has some weight to it and it feels solid. The frame is a little bit on the shorter side with its moped design. The cables are well organized and the majority are ran through the frame. The seat is long and wide, very comfortable, and I had no issues during longer rides. The handlebars are a good length. It handled very well and very nimble. No rattles or vibrations. Rough surfaces was not an issue. The front and rear suspensions along with the fat tires navigated the terrain fairly easily. The 750 watt motor, 1500 watt peak, had plenty of power. It was able to handle the inclines with minimal speed loss and maintained about 19 miles per hour. With pedal assist, I reached 26 miles per hour and 28 miles per hour with the twist throttle. This has an advertised max speed of 28 miles per hour and a range of up to 65 miles. But this will depend on the throttle usage, pedal assist level, weight, and environment that you're in. The mechanical brakes were a bit underwhelming, and I would have liked to have seen hydraulic brakes. The display is large and intuitive, easy to read, and it doesn't get washed out on bright sunny days. Overall, this moped type design was very enjoyable to ride. It had plenty of power and was responsive, able to handle numerous terrain with no issues. So that is my review of the fifth wheel night electric bike. If you like my video, go ahead and hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button as well. Until next time, this is Brian Unboxed. Take care, everyone.